All right, folks, this is a video talking about what we're going to be watching to possibly day trade on Monday, May 12th. Friday had a quiet inside day for the SPY, very low volume, pretty boring overall. Let me throw this up for new people in chat. Just an explanation of what we're all about. The shorthand version is I'm a day trader. I make my money between the bells, between the opening and closing bell. Extended hours also, but in cash every night. And so we always want to start with stocks that are in play. By in play, I mean recently high relative volume movers, big movers, or gappers, because gappers are gapping on news and then they're in play that day. So we want to focus on those and then intraday setups. All right. I'm going to talk about a couple on Friday. WRD. We had on bounce watch because it had this nice pop and then a couple days lower. Go to 5-minute candles. Sahil was astute enough to check out or to notice the red to green idea right there. It sold off, came back up. Red to green would have been back through the opening price. And that was through 8:30. And you see how quickly our setups generally are designed to work, right? When they do trigger, pretty quickly to 9:11 before rolling over. And a couple guys in chat gave another W play, WBUY. Let me see who it was. Sahil and Nicholas were both on this early through 18. It topped out, I don't know, in the opening minute or so at 18, pulled back a little bit. The implication was back through 18. I think Nicholas even said, hey, I like this back over 18, which would have been right there. Now, this would have been a trade in the opening 5 minutes. I generally don't take those. I didn't take this one, but through 18, it went up over 10 bucks. So pretty awesome ideas. Yeah, for some reason I got that written down on the page wrong. I've got it topping out at, I meant to write 28.85. Anyway, I'll fix that. All right, so also just a simple play, right? I want to share this with you on Rumble. It was Bobby Q just pointed out that Rumble was coming down to the yellow line here. You guys know on a strong stock that pullback, this yellow line is my favorite area. And it's not huge. It was probably around 936, but what did it go to? It went to 986, so that's 50-cent move over the course of, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. But that's good money. If you're a day trader, you understand that. So I love the fact that more people in chat are watching the yellow line pullbacks, assuming the stock meets the other parameters. I just wanted to throw that in because I love yellow line mentions, right? Especially on, well, it's supposed to be only exclusively on a strong stock that's pulling back midday. All right, anyway, enough babbling. What are we watching for Monday? CRVS, nice breakout, big volume, could have a continuation day. LYFT, big breakout, could have a continuation day. Certainly should be on watch all next week. OKLO, I love the looks of this chart. The baby nukes, as we call them, are in play, but I'm pretty sure OKLO reports after hours on Monday, so it's hard to imagine it's going to have a big pop with earnings looming, so keep that in mind. RGTI, and correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong about the earnings dates because I get a lot of symbols dancing around in my head, and I keep thinking RGTI also has earnings coming up, but I like the looks of this chart, and I might be confusing those two. I would stop and look it up, but I'm too lazy. BTCS, Bitcoin related play, and Bitcoin's been strong. It's up over 100,000 again, pretty close to all-time highs. Really nice pop in BTCS on Friday. We want to keep our eyes on that one. ASPI, you kind of have a long inverse head and shoulders forming. So it's kind of a sleeper pick. It's not really an in-play stock that I just described a little bit ago, right? You don't have the extra volume or anything. OUST, nice volume spike on Friday. Could have a continuation day. SYTA. Big volume, but I got to zoom in to show you. It kind of closed in the middle of its range. I like the fact that it topped at 2. This one, generally, when you go back and look at the daily, never follows through. You see spikes, and that's the high, and then it falters. This was definitely bigger volume than usual, so I do want to keep an eye on it. NVVE, big spike, could have a continuation day on Monday. NXTT, huge after hours play for those who hung around. This was on my list of after hours watches. That's a big pop. But anyway, it was a serial halter intraday, right? just kept halting. Look at all those gaps. That means it was halted, 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 which made me like it more in after hours because then it can't halt in after hours, right? I called it long in after hours back through 3 right there. And it went to 567. I hate to tell y'all, I scalped it because I had to go, right? I couldn't hang out. And after hours, you can't put a stop in place, and I had to go. So I got a little scalp in it, and then it absolutely ripped. Happy for anyone that took that. That's a huge move. I love, love, love that setup on something that might have some shorts caught because it had a strong close. Rumble, also a little mini breakout. RUM, we're going to watch that one on Monday, and then TEM. Usually I like a couple red days, pull back into the buy zones, right? But this had a really nice big 2-day run, from somewhere around, I'm not going to get these numbers exact, 48.50 to 66. So almost a $20 run in 2 days. And so this could be just a 1-day pullback and it's off to the races again. So I'll treat it like a bounce play. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys in chat. Join me in pre-market. Let's build a gap playlist to add to this list. Have a great weekend.